Welcome to Season 2 of the Running Amok podcast. My name is Meg Roemer, and we've got Heidi Moody and Megan Drydesdale. We've got a new studio. It's a little chilly in here and a little echoey. We're still setting things up, but I think we're going to get there. This is a huge upgrade over my little studio.
We're in the beginner phase of Season 2.
Yeah.
But
we just wanted
nice
to get a podcast out to you guys because we miss you.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Forgive all the extra noises. It's echoey in here. We're holding the mics because we didn't have anything to actually mount our microphones to. But I think you'll forgive us. Mm-hmm. If not, well, go listen to Joe Rogan.
Whoa. Like we're on Joe Rogan level.
Yeah.
Our biggest competitor, Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I was just talking to Olivia this morning about it, and she's like, you know, how she always laughs at what we do. I'm like, I didn't realize we were funny, but it's good to know that we're inherently funny.
We're funny to the people that know us, perhaps. Not sure about broader audiences.
My circle of friends don't even realize that this is a thing. So I was kind of hoping we'd like all of a sudden explode and people like, you have a podcast?
It'll be that way.
Oh, well, yeah, that's, that's my alternate identity. And
I have a few followers, maybe 3.
Frank. Hi, Frank.
Hi,
Hey,
Frank.
I miss you, Frank.
Yes.
The number one fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeff
Frank.
Rafty's a big fan, too.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
Hi, Jeff.
Thanks for the microphone stand we couldn't use today.
Yep. Well, eventually we'll get 2 little side tables, perhaps a plant. Fake, because it's kind of chilly in here.
Yeah.
Inspirational quotes.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we could start with a recap of the past 6 months. The last time we met, it was just about April,
Has it been
I'd say.
that long?
Yeah, I took a look on the Instagram. The last post was in April. Wow. So a lot has gone on in life. A lot has changed.
Yeah.
What's new for you guys? Rome, you want to start?
It's been busy, kid duty and stuff like that. Spent a whole lot of time over the summer traveling. Went to Iceland with the seniors. That was amazing. Go to Iceland. It is so worth it. And then, well, I don't know. Should you watch Eurovision before or after you go?
I've never seen that.
What's his name? The guy from Elf.
Will Ferrell?
Yes. It's one of his movies, and it's all about Eurovision, the global music singing competition, kind of like American Idol.
Yeah.
And Iceland's entry into it. A lot of things in there that are speaking to the culture there that you would miss if you didn't go there. Yeah. So watch that if you don't want to go to Iceland. If you don't want to go to Iceland, you're wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah.
They have some fantastic CrossFits in Iceland.
Yeah, we actually may or may not have met one of the strongest people in Iceland.
Really?
One of the daughters?
No, the gentleman that was about 7 feet tall and about 4 feet wide.
What's his name?
Gunnarsson.
Gunnarsson.
Didn't you
pick you
run
up?
in Iceland, though?
Did I? Yes.
Nice.
It wasn't through Reykjavik or anything like that. It was actually, we ran by the president's house.
Oh.
You can go right up to his front door.
Really?
Did you ring his doorbell?
No.
Oh.
But we took a picture, all of us in front of the house.
Is it a fancy house?
It's big, but I don't know if I call it super fancy.
So it's not like the White House?
No.
Oh.
Then we saw a bunch of places where the Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings was filmed.
Oh.
Saw the actual Eye of Sauron.
Oh.
That was really cool.
Interesting.
Saw the cave. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
If you're not, well, you're missing out. Go watch Game of Thrones. Jon Snow's cave. We'll just leave it at that. And then we went to Universal Orlando, just me and my oldest daughter. That was awesome.
Yep.
Riding all the rides and spent a lot of time in the Harry Potter world.
Oh.
Then we went to Hershey Park and where else? There was another place. Must have not been as awesome as the rest of them, but it was a busy summer.
That's pretty good. Sounds like a nice summer. Now you're back to school.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's been quite a whirlwind at school with many, many changes going on.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Heidi?
Anyways, well, let's see. I've had a couple of races. I did a Ragnar race. That was a lot of fun. Usually a team of 12, relay race team of 12. By the time we started the race, we only had 9 runners, and we tried to eat up all the miles, and that was ridiculous. I would never do that again. There's no need to.
Well, my favorite time running one of those is we did it as an ultra.
Yes.
6 people.
Yeah.
It was 220 miles instead of 200 that Ragnar usually does.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't, none of the team members were ready. Well, we had an equal mix of people. I shouldn't say we weren't ready. There was an equal mix of people that have never done a Ragnar before, who were super anxious about training for it. And
So they took it seriously.
well, they were taking it seriously, but not sure how it actually all went down. So they were training for their miles, and along the way, the Ragnar course changed. So their miles changed, and the routes changed, and those people didn't understand how Ragnar worked.
Need to
and
learn how to adapt.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
adjustable race.
Yeah, and so there was some people that signed up, and I had a team of 12. I lost 6, I gained 6, I lost 3. But it all turned out. It was a fantastic race. We had 2 vans that were donated to us by Gamma. So they were donated to us, which is huge. That's thousands of dollars.
That's really nice of them.
That was huge.
Wow.
And it was a benefit for the Phoenix program. So a lot of the people that were running were members of the Phoenix program, which is a sober active community. So it was a lot of fun. And among these people, there was some that have never done Ragnar before, and then there were some that were training for an ultra as well. So they were able to get more miles in there. But yeah, towards the end, we were behind. We weren't winning any prizes.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Yeah, so we kind of sped things up a little bit so that we could finish the race, and it turned out to be a whole lot of fun. So I did that. Then I also had a ultra race that I've done. This is my 8th time doing Ghost Train and my 9th ultra altogether.
That's really good.
I need to stop. I need to stop doing these ultras because I can't fit the training in.
It's heavy.
That it takes. I never feel prepared for these ultras. I wasn't mentally prepared for this ultra going into it. Life happens and I'm busy. I don't get the sleep. I don't get the preparation for it. And then leading into it, I get worked up about it. And so I went anyway. I had a couple of people that were there the first time doing their race, Hank and Jackie. Hank trained. He was also on my Ragnar team too. And Hank is just a badass. Hi, Hank. He is a badass. He met his goal. He reached 50 miles.
Wow.
In 12 hours and
That's amazing.
48 minutes or something.
Wow.
Yeah, he was looking for
That's
between
fast.
12 and 14 hours, and he got it completed within his goal. So that was pretty awesome to witness. And then Jackie ended up getting 38 miles. That was her first.
Wow.
And I did what I called a Forrest Gump. I got 15 miles. It's an out and back 15 miles. I turned around, went back for my final 30, and I was going to call it quits. But I got to the first aid station, did a Forrest Gump, which I just said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I turned around, I went back, and I did 27 miles.
That's fine, though.
And then I just stopped it there, which is fine because I recovered quicker.
That's fine.
I know. 27
So
miles.
I have a question about that race. Like, how's that set up? It's an out and back, right? But how many miles out, how many back?
So it is 15 miles out and back. And so there's a timing mat where you start in Milford. Is it Milford or Brookline? It runs from Brookline, New Hampshire to Milford. There's a starting line. You run back. You cross a timer's mat at the 7.5 mile marker. There's an aid station halfway, so at the 4 mile marker. It's a rail trail, so it's relatively flat. There is a small section that is technical. So then you come back, you cross the timer mat again. That's my 15 miles. Then I run back. Because I didn't make it to the end or the 7.5 mile timer mat, I only made 15 miles.
Oh.
So because I didn't cross that timer mat. So my watch said I had 27, but if you look up the race results, I only
It
had
says
15.
like 15, yeah.
So I had an unofficial 27. But yeah, you cross the timer mats on either side.
Oh.
And you have 30 hours to run as far as you want to run.
That's kind of interesting. And everyone's a 30-hour runner? Or
No,
is it?
so since I've been doing this for 8 years, it started off as you have the 30 hours, but then you'll tell them if you're going to run 15, 30, 45, the different increments. And then when you go for the 100, you have to make the 90 miles within a certain cutoff. And then you run out and back 5 miles and back to make the 100.
Oh, very interesting.
Since then, people have been doing 115, 120 miles.
In 24 hours or 30 hours? 30.
In 30 hours. So
Wow.
in these 8 years, I made it to 92 miles.
That's crazy.
I reached the cutoff. Well, I did not reach the cutoff. I made the 90 miles. I was 20 minutes behind the cutoff. I was going to go for it anyway.
Yeah.
And then I got a mile out and realized that was dumb. And I came back. So that was my unofficial 92.
That's still really cool, though.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So since the 8 years, or over the course of the 8 years, they've made it now into 30 hours. They've made a 15-mile race. They've made it. There's a relay team now that you can join, and then there's one where you can just do the night race, because during the night it's a whole different race, and it's all lit up with lights and pumpkins, and there's a Halloween theme to it, and it's
that's
pretty
really
cool.
spooky.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of
that's
fun. And every year when it comes time to sign up, I fall into the hype.
Yeah.
I sign up, and then I
Yeah.
don't want to go. So this year I think I'll try to have some self-control, not sign up, but go and support people. I think I've put in my time of 9 ultras and I think 5 marathons and 9 ultras.
It's amazing.
10Ks are good. And 10 miles are good. I'd like to get my mileage back up to where I can run comfortably at 10 miles.
Yeah.
And just be like, yeah, sure, I can go run a half marathon.
Yeah.
Just without
Half ready.
Half ready. Those are my goals.
Hamster wheel is this weekend.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We have some friends doing that.
About a dozen people.
Wow. Well, that sounded like a good race. Anything else? Any other updates? How's the CrossFit?
CrossFit is good. Nothing really to
Yeah.
say. I would like to get into more CrossFit competitions.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be cool to follow along.
Yeah.
Maybe Roma and I will do one with you.
So.
Can you
right.
imagine?
Yeah.
Skinny
Over the
little
summer,
arms.
I went to CrossFit Games in Alabama. So that was fun. I ran in Alabama while I was there.
Yeah, that's cool.
I climbed Mount Khatadin.
Oh, that's nice.
So that was fun.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. I've been
it was a
always wanting to do
sunrise
that.
hike. It was gorgeous. So I woke up at midnight, started hiking in the dark, got up to the top at just at the crack of dawn.
So nice. Is it always the same trail that you take every time? Same loop, or you can do different trails?
No, so this is the 3rd time that I've summited Khatadin. And each time I've gone up a different route.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Like a different hike.
This time I went up the south side. Anyway, I went up the other side of the mountain that I haven't been on before, and that is also the same trail as the Appalachian Trail. The last 5 miles of
The
the
internet got mad at you
A2.
for standing on the sign.
Oh, really?
Yes, I put a picture up. Maybe I can
On
Just like
Instagram?
many other people do.
Yes. So there is a sign up at the top of Mount Khatadin. It's not the original sign. For people that think that's the original sign, no, it's been replaced every 2 years. Not because people stand on it, but because it's weathered.
Yeah.
It's a
happens.
miserable place to put a sign and expect it to last.
And so
Wait, so what happened? I don't have Instagram, so I don't really follow.
It is the northern terminus of the Appalachian Trail, which means the Appalachian Trail starts down
they
in
do
Georgia.
it from Georgia to Maine.
And so when people get to Maine, they're standing
they stand
on
with the poles,
sign.
and I've seen those
Yes.
pictures before, like, where they like stand.
So I thought my sunrise hike was pretty epic, and I wanted to share it with the social media world. So I posted it out there, and
On your personal or on like a group?
I think it was the Baxter State Park Instagram page, maybe not Instagram, Facebook page.
Yeah, like a group
I
or
seldom
something.
post on Facebook for this reason, and I let my guard down. I posted it, and there was two people on the sign and then me taking the picture, and I got slammed for people like, shame on you for standing on that sign. What are you going to do when that sign breaks? Which of course I feed back into it, and I said, you let me know when the sign breaks and I would be happy to hike up there with people to replace the sign. You let me know and I'll be right up there. And it just kept going to the point where
people were like
I
mad.
was being tagged, so that I kept getting these alerts. And I would feed back into the alert and I would read it again. I took the whole post down.
Yeah.
So there was probably 12 negative comments, 1,000 thumbs ups to it, but I had to take the whole post down because I could not deal with people doing that.
People are
post
crazy.
today.
Yeah, people are crazy.
There was a comment today on a YouTube thing that I watched. Some YouTubers I follow bought a house, and they were walking around in their brand new house, well, brand new to them, barefoot. And somebody comment, you need to put shoes on, you're going to get this, that, and the other thing. And if you're walking up those concrete steps, you're going to slip and fall. I'm like, what sheltered world do you live in that you need to wear shoes in your own
People
house
are so
or you're
annoying.
going to die?
Yeah. Is Facebook?
This is YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. YouTube.
It was,
Not often on YouTube.
What the heck?
this is just strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are so weird. They're so judgmental on the internet, probably because they're not like face to face.
That's why most
Yeah.
YouTubers say don't read the comment section.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people that were posting about the sign on Khatadin most likely have never even hiked, let
Yeah.
alone hiked up to the top of Khatadin.
Yeah. So they probably don't
So,
even know.
No.
Well, that's obnoxious.
But I just couldn't take it anymore. And
No.
I deleted the whole page.
You did some good hikes this summer too,
Yeah.
right? What did you hike?
Osceola and East Osceola.
That's nice. That was with Liv, right?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Osceola
Yeah.
was
To do those.
awesome. East Osceola was not worth the
Yeah.
effort.
Sad.
This is just no view.
No view.
Yeah.
We went up thinking, oh, we're just going to hit the one summit. And then
Yeah.
we get up there and like, what's that one? It looks like a 4,000 footer. Pull up the map. Sure enough,
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Did you
we're
have to
already
go
up
through
here.
the chimneys?
I went around it. I was not.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
was
I did,
hard. It's
I did
hard.
the bypass of the bypass.
Yeah.
No.
So
Well, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Well,
bi-
I've never done the Osceola chimney, but I did the chimney.
Yeah.
the Mount Khatadin chimney.
but
that was hard.
Osceola has an amazing view.
It is pretty.
Yeah, one of my
Very
favorite
peaceful.
views so far up there. And East Osceola has no view. It was a mile out, mile back. We figured, oh, it'll be like maybe half hour, 45. No, it was a
Long.
full hour
Yeah.
hike to get there.
Yeah.
And I was spent.
Yeah.
By the time I got to the top of the chimney on the way back, I had bonked completely. Like I
Yeah.
just park it in the middle of the trail, even though you could still see up. And like, I need to eat something.
Yes.
So,
Well, that's all right. Still a nice hike though.
yeah.
Was
But
the weather good?
It was hot. I
Yeah.
think that's what really did
Yeah,
it.
that was the middle of summer, right? Like July,
Yeah.
August
it was like
or something.
70, 75 degrees.
Yeah, that's hot up there.
Which
Yeah.
doesn't seem like hot unless you're exerting yourself.
Yeah.
And I had to fill my water a couple of times. Good thing I brought my filter.
Yeah.
It's the best
that's
part
good.
of hiking.
That is so nice.
I love that
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
hiking.
Mountain water is so good.
So
Yeah.
good and cold and
Cleansing.
fresh. Yeah,
Yep.
it is really nice. I did the tri-pyramids this past fall, like a few weeks ago. That was really
Yeah.
nice. I'm almost done. Hale, Zealand, Cabot. That's
Cabot.
it. So I'm at 45.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
3
don't
left.
think any of those have views.
Zealand does, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like on the way up. And then
Yeah.
like it's right near the bonds too, I guess. So
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
I already did them, but
You could
maybe I
stay
could
at
go
the
back
hut.
over.
Yeah.
Huh?
You could stay at the hut.
Yeah.
Make
Could.
that your last one.
Yeah, that
And
could be
celebrate
nice. Yeah,
with the hut.
Zealand and Hale are like on the same loop. It's
Yeah.
like 15 miles. So I was thinking like do half,
Yeah.
sleep over, do the other half. Could be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done. Hale was my first.
Really? Was it sad and
Was
boring?
it sad? Yeah,
Yeah.
It was. Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard that one's not exciting. It's like a hill.
Yeah. No, that was my second actually.
Yeah.
The first, I can't think of the first one. I
Yeah.
can imagine it, but I can't.
Yeah.
Name it.
I wanted to finish them before it got really cold, but it's already cold. So
I
Yeah.
like winter
Yeah.
hiking.
really,
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah,
It's too
it
Washington's
cold
got
does.
for me.
snow on it already.
As long as
Ooh.
you have the right clothes, and for me, I dress too warm, and then I
Yeah.
get sweaty, and then I
Ooh,
get cold, and
that's
that's
not
bad.
good.
So it's really,
Yeah.
a delicate,
Yeah.
delicate thing. But just imagine all those rocks and roots
Yeah,
when
just
you're
covered.
It's covered, and
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
just straight, and then you pack a trash bag, and then you can slide.
Yeah,
down
it's so
on
fun.
your butt.
I did do.
Yeah.
I've done like maybe 10 of them in the winter, and
Yeah.
they were easier
Yes.
to hike. But I just hate the cold so
Oh.
much. Hate the cold.
Rome, you've
Oh,
never done winter hikes, right?
Oh, I did Musalaki.
Oh, that's fine.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one in the winter,
is a
huh?
good winter hike,
And
yeah.
it was like groomed trails the entire way up because
Yeah,
of the
it's
snow.
perfect. So easy.
Yeah.
It's like walking up a steady
Yeah.
hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used my little nano spikes I picked up from Walmart for $15.
That's pretty good.
Yes,
went all
nano
the way
spikes,
up.
not crampons.
Yes.
That's another thing I
Matt
got
kept-
slammed on Facebook for.
Yeah. Matt kept tripping over his, micro crampon things, whatever you want to actually
Not
call them.
crampons. Yeah.
But I had these tiny little ones. They're like really,
They're
really
nice.
small, like titanium tips.
Yeah.
Yak tracks.
Not even the
Yak tracks are nice.
something like that. And I was having no trouble because it was all packed, like
Yeah.
frozen. And he kept tripping over his spikes. And I was probably a half a mile from the trailhead on the way back down. Like, wow, these things really did work out real well. And before I could even finish the thought in my head, I slipped and went down right on my butt.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, like 4-wheel drive for your
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
Feet, 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And you're wearing your snow boots. It's not that cold in here.
Kind of. These are like the summer bean boots. My
Yeah,
winter
those
ones I
aren't
haven't
warm.
broken out yet.
Summer bean boots?
Yeah, they're like, they don't have any insulation. They're just leather. My winter ones have like fur on the inside. These are kind of ratty though. I just
Is
wear
it
them around
just-
the house.
Just to be waterproof?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're nice for like, I used to wear them like on the barn and stuff.
Duck
but-
boots.
Yeah, duck boots, little bean boots, Fuzzy socks because it's cold in here. Gotta have the full attire around this place. The ripped jeans.
I hope to get some winter hikes in. I'd
Yeah,
like to do
maybe
that.
we can do the other ones in the winter. We should go. Yeah.
We'll take them along with us.
Yeah, we could do a vlog style podcast on the hike with the microphones.
Oh, jeez.
Roemer
The
carries
wind.
the wires. Yeah, seriously. It's getting breezy up here.
Yeah.
Oh my
my
gosh.
son did a sunrise hike too. After I brought him up to Mount Khatadin, and then probably about a month later, him and his friends did a sunrise hike.
That's nice. Of what mountains?
Liberty and
Oh.
Lafayette.
Those are so nice. Have you
Yeah.
done those?
I saw the sunrise on Liberty. It was amazing.
Life
Yeah.
changing,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That
Really is.
was
yeah,
life changing.
That's super nice.
It sounds
cool.
really comical and cheesy to say that, but it really
No,
does.
Yeah.
It is.
And just
Puts things in
seeing my
perspective.
sunrise, out the window every morning, that's one thing. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can get a view of it.
Climbing the mountain
But
up
seeing
high.
it from a mountaintop that you just
Yes.
spent all that effort and
Yeah.
energy getting up there, and having the clouds below you
Yeah.
and the mountains peeking up out of the clouds, that really
Yeah.
is a
You know
completely
what's cool
different.
about sunrise hikes too is that you're climbing up in the dark,
Yep.
and then the world lights up, and now you're coming down, and it's a whole different hike.
Yeah,
you can
it
see
is
what
really
you're-
peaceful.
You're coming down, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I saw a great sunrise on Moriah once. That mountain is amazing. Have you guys done that one yet?
Nope.
Yes,
Not
Oh my God.
Mariah.
What do you think of it?
I fed the gray jays up there.
Yeah.
I've done that. That's fun.
Yeah. Like the.
That's another thing I'll
Yeah.
probably get roasted for in the comments because you're not really
Yes.
supposed to do
Please.
that.
I was
Yes.
giving mine peanut butter and jelly. Sorry, everyone. They
No,
love the PB&J.
The poor gray jays.
Oh, please. They're so fat.
damaging
They're
their
like,
world. Yeah.
They wait for you at the top of the trees.
Humans.
Yeah. Oh, please.
I know.
Yeah. No, they were cute. Really cute.
But the top of that mountain's scary. Like,
Yeah, it's just a cliff.
yeah, it's just this. It's like this big,
Yeah.
and there's trees around it. If it weren't for the trees, I probably wouldn't have been able to get
Yeah.
up there because I would have
It
actually
was
seen how
super
steep it was.
freaky. Yeah.
And it was loaded. There was
Yeah.
probably like 20 people standing on that
Oh,
tiny
wow.
little. Yeah.
Really? I was the only one up there at the time. It was super nice.
Oh, we could hear the crowd like a quarter
Really?
mile out, everybody laughing and stuff.
Oh, God.
I'm spoiled
That's-
up at Baxter State Park.
Yeah,
There's
it's
nobody
quiet.
up there. It's quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
And we had Khatadin all to ourselves when we had the
Yeah.
sunrise for like an hour.
When I did
Yeah.
the sunrise on Liberty, we saw only 2 people on the way up, and they passed us. And when we got up there, it was them and us, and then people just like came out of the woods.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were that many trails that led to the summit. They were just coming through the trees.
Yeah, that's a weird mountain. There's like a bunch of trails that just kind of like spread out like fingers all around
Yeah.
the top of it.
And before you know it, there were a dozen people up there watching the sunrise.
Yeah.
The sun came up and they all disappeared.
You're like, where you guys go?
Yeah.
I stayed up and had a cup of coffee up at the top.
Oh,
Yes.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I had a
Interesting.
mimosa ready. I forgot it.
You what?
I had a mimosa in my backpack and I forgot it.
What? Oh, on the hike?
Yeah, we were
Oh.
halfway to what's the next mountain? But we were halfway to the
Lafayette or
ridge.
whatever?
Yeah,
Lincoln, Lafayette.
I think it's
Oh,
Lincoln.
it was in your
Yeah.
backpack? You just never
Yeah.
took it out to drink it?
Yep.
But you
So-
still took it out to drink it, right?
Yeah, halfway to the ridge.
Oh, that's fine. I could go for a good drink. Sorry, Heidi.
I don't
I haven't drank in a long time. It's been like a couple months probably.
Yeah.
I'm just not much of a drinker, but now that you say mimosa, I feel like that could really go well these days.
Yeah, there's still time.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of something kind of freaky, because we were talking about like the people coming out of the woods.
Oh.
Yeah, Romer and I were just discussing this in the car.
You guys give me crap for my ghost stories, but you
This
just
one-
witnessed one this morning.
Yeah, this one was weird. You missed it this morning. We definitely got haunted, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, it was in the cemetery we run all the time. So Romer and I, we went out for a run this morning and we like went down Main Street in Sturbridge, went into that cemetery that my grandpa's buried in, like behind the library.
Oh, so that's who it was.
My grandpa and my Grammy are buried in there.
Well, there you go.
Do you really think it did smell like
I
her
didn't know
house?
that.
Anyways, we take a right into the cemetery. Right when we turn in, it smells like someone's holding like a lemon drop tea or something. Do you think, or like
Yeah.
hibiscus
You
or
both smelled
something?
it?
You could
like
almost
right under your
feel-
nose
yeah.
though. Like you know when you like you
Yeah.
have a tea and you're sick and you're like you smell it. It was like that close. It
You
was
could
the whole
feel
the
like
warmth, like
it
the
come
wet.
into your nostrils.
It was so weird. And I looked at Rome and I was like, ew, he's really sucking on that cough drop. Like, I literally thought that because, like, he sometimes has cough drops and you smell it. And I'm like, wow, he's really, like, sucking on that. And then I look and I'm like, he does not have a cough drop. And then I was like, do you smell
That's
that?
not even my flavor. I like
Yeah.
the cherry.
All of a sudden, it hits us. And it was that smell, the entire, like, L shape. So down around the corner. And then right when we leave the cemetery, smell gone.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was weird.
Wow.
And it was pungent. Like, it was like.
You couldn't escape it.
No, and I was like trying to smell all over, and it wasn't like a breeze from a nearby house or something. Like, no, it was like full
Have
on.
any connection to your grandpa? You
It
said
kind
was
of
there?
smelled like my Grammy and Grandpa's old house. Like sometimes she had like little rotten candies, you know, she'd keep in the dish. Like they were kind of gross. Like you'd eat them and they'd taste like old people. Like you know what I mean? Like they kind of taste like your.
I do, actually.
Really don't, but like the ambiance of old people. Like she'd have like the little candies in the tin,
Yeah.
you know, like on the table. No one ever ate them, and you'd peel
Ones
them.
that
and
are
then
all gooey
Yeah,
on
they were
your-
sticking. You like scrape it off with your teeth. It tasted like those. Well, it kind of smelled
Smelled
like
like
that,
those.
but I felt like I could taste it. You know.
I love the goo-filled strawberries.
It was like that.
Yeah.
That's what it smelled like, right? Like it was that vibe.
But it wasn't strawberry. It was definitely lemon.
You think it was lemon
was
drop?
lemon.
It was like those candies, though. You
Yeah.
know, like with the glue
That-
on the inside. Yeah, maybe she was saying hello.
I think so.
did say hello back. So
There was no
Yeah.
feeling of unwantedness there. If anything,
No.
it was welcome.
it was very. It was like good morning.
Yeah.
like a
I
nice
don't
Sunday
get freaked
morning.
out about not driving, running through cemeteries.
No, I wasn't scared,
Yeah.
but we were both like, "What the heck?" Like it was
Yeah.
odd. Yeah.
I've had someone say they would never do that. They would never run through a cemetery.
Oh, please.
That's so creepy.
So
That's
peaceful.
I'm like,
They're all resting.
They
Yeah,
probably
what's-
really like the
just a
the
good place
visitors.
to run.
Yeah, they probably do like it. They're like, "Here, welcome. We'll make you
Yeah.
tea and give you candy."
Yep.
Yep.
That's what we had
That's
this
the one
morning.
that has the very big oak trees in it, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that cemetery. And
So I got another ghost story
oh, go ahead.
that you guys have heard, but they haven't.
Okay.
So
Is it
couple
the
weeks.
well?
No.
Okay.
So
Did you know there's a well in these woods?
there are some, but I was on the rail trail, the Grand Trunk Rail Trail, and there's this. Those
Gotta
of
be
you that know the
so
area,
many ghosts on that rail
Yeah.
trail.
Yeah.
there's this long stretch before you get to a steel bridge,
Wait, Sturbridge section, Westville section?
Sturbridge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
so
I know
in
this
Westville,
story.
you're running out towards that bridge.
we're not running towards the dam. We're running away from the dam.
Yeah, towards the bridge on River
Yeah,
Road.
right before the new
Yes.
section.
Yes. Okay.
But it's a very long open stretch.
Yes, nothing
And if
out there.
anything happens on that stretch, you've got nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see for like a half a mile in each direction.
It's just cliff
Yeah.
on one side,
So-
hill on the other.
And it's one of those creepy fall mornings. Like it's just the vibe of Halloween. And I had already been spooked by a tree branch breaking over by the dam. And
This
then
is after I left you. We ran together for the first
Yeah.
4 miles, and then we split off.
So
Yeah.
yeah, before
Everything
this,
was
I
fine
go
before
I go
then.
around the dam, and as soon as I get back into the wooded section, something snaps a tree branch. It must have been a tree branch about that big. So it wasn't
Not
like
a squirrel.
Wasn't a
Sasquatch.
squirrel, and there was something rustling around behind the leaves that I couldn't
A
see.
demon.
It was probably just a squirrel. I don't know, but it was loud and
Probably was.
obnoxious, and so I picked up the pace and went on my way. And then we get to that section there, and I'm listening to the Dungeons and Daddies podcast, which, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, it's literally is the Dungeons and Daddies podcast, not a BDSM podcast.
Sounds like
the
BDSM.
whole name. It's all about soccer dads trying to save their kids.
Oh.
So anyways, that's playing in there. I'm not really listening to it, and sometimes it plays some sound effects.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, I'm jumping ahead, and so I'm going down that long section, and I hear way off in the woods this, like, the hell was that? And
The podcast? That's what it was.
it could have been, but I thought about it later. I turned my head. If it was the podcast, the noise would have turned with my head because I had the headphones on.
You saw a couple people running towards you too, right?
5-10 seconds later, 2 people come around the corner.
Yeah, they were probably down there going, ooh.
They were in the other direction. Like, I hear it over here. They came from that direction.
Weird.
It was like across River Road that I heard it. Where there is a farm.
Oh.
So maybe somebody was prepping dinner. I don't really know. But they didn't hear it.
Interesting.
I asked them both, like, did you guys hear
They're
that
like,
noise?
no, crazy man.
Nope.
It's your podcast.
How did you not hear? Then I'm like, all right, I need to not sound crazy. Oh, it must have been my new headphones. I'm not quite used to them yet.
Yeah.
But
it could have been a demon. I have a crazy story about that part of River Road that you're talking about, like over the river.
I am never going to be able to run there alone.
Oh,
again.
please. This story is actually kind of crazy, though. It's not necessarily scary. It scared the crap out of me at first. But I was running, and I ran a loop like out the back of Westville, down River Road, and then I went down the trail that connects back down to the lower dam. You know what I mean? So like the end of that dead end road, kind of you going down there. I don't know how to describe it. But I like just get to the start of that dead end road that turns into like the bridge on the lower part. And I hear like someone singing like gospel in Spanish, like on a microphone, loud, like really loud. And I was like, what in the
random?
Like, we're in the middle of the woods. Like there's no electricity further up the way. It's just the dam and stuff. So I keep running. I like round the corner. I'm like, I stop and I listen. I hear like the lady's voice in like deep Spanish again. And I was like, this is creepy. Round the corner, keep looking. And then I see this car parked, a wire running out of it, a big boombox speaker, and an old woman singing gospel in Spanish. And I run up to them and I'm like, hola, ¿cómo estás? And the husband's standing there and he's like, oh, hello, do you like her singing? She practiced for church. And I was like, wow.
So they just go down
in the middle of the
dead-end
woods.
road?
Yes, and he's like, she can't
With
practice.
a speaker, though?
Yes, a whole speaker system. And he's like, she can't practice because our apartment complex doesn't let us use the speaker. So we drive out here. And she practices down here. And I was like,
there are houses right there.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, you can't see them through the trees, but they are right there.
No, I know.
Wow.
She was
Those
right there.
poor people.
I have a video.
Well, maybe they liked it.
I'll put it in the podcast. I took a video. It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
But she was full performing for her church practice. Yep. In the middle of the woods right there.
Yeah,
So maybe that's who you heard.
You can drive all the way up there and go like fishing.
Yeah.
You get right up
they
to the
had
gate.
driven like right there.
Yeah.
But she was like parked, like with the speaker, with the cord, right in the middle of the road, just singing her gospel, like arms out, like she was
Good for
loving
her.
it. I know, it was actually kind of nice, but at first it scared the crap out of me. That was freaky.
Yeah.
That was not long ago, like 4 weeks ago maybe.
Every part of the Grand Trunk Railroad is haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy sunk on the Titanic, right?
Yeah,
Interesting. Do you think he walks his railroad and he just like haunts it?
maybe. But a lot of people die on those types of projects back then.
Really?
Oh yeah, do you know where the 3 random crosses are in that right before the bridge that you
No.
heard those creepy things?
No.
Yes,
Oh
they're.
Oh
God.
boy.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No.
I've always wanted to walk out to that section to see, but there's 3 crosses. I'll try to remember to point them out to you next time.
Now I'm
we're
gonna
over
have to go
there.
looking for them.
Like man-made crosses with like white crosses.
Really?
Over,
Right where I heard the
So-
sound.
yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
No kidding.
It's the part, you go through the cliffs that we were just talking about, and all the
Yes.
rocks, and then you turn.
I actually
a little bit, and
pooped
then
in the
you
woods
go-
there the other day.
Okay.
With Roemer. Well, not with Roemer.
Oh.
He stood on the trail. I really
Okay.
had to go, and that is a
Well,
ledge.
yeah.
That is tricky to maneuver.
Yeah, that's a tough spot. That's a tough spot.
Those ghosts were probably
Yeah.
like, ew, we're not
Yeah.
going to haunt her, the
Yeah.
poor thing.
The whole translucent ghost thing is actually not like your actual ghost thing. That was a byproduct of a special effects from like the 1800s.
So they don't look like that.
Well, that's where that idea of a ghost came from.
So what are ghosts supposed to look like in real life? Are they just a figure?
Just us. You ever talk to somebody that disappears all of a sudden? Like you turn around and then you look back, they're gone?
So you think they literally look just like us?
Supposedly.
What if we are the ghosts?
Yeah,
I've had that situation happen once before. I could not
Really?
cross out. I was in my car and I couldn't see. There was snow and the snowbanks were up, and I was trying to get out onto Route 20, and just it was right across from Treehouse before Treehouse was there. And the place was closed down. It was not in operation, where I was going. I went there to go get a gift certificate, and the place wasn't open. So anyway, I couldn't pull out, and I didn't know what to do, and I was about ready to just take a big deep breath and go for it, and pray to God that no other cars were coming. I didn't know what else to do. And I look, and there's a guy standing there. He went out on the other side of the snowbanks and told me to go, and off I went, and I don't know where he would have come from because the place was closed down. There was nothing else
Zorba's,
around.
right?
And yeah, Zorba's, yeah. Yeah.
That's creepy.
There you go.
And I think of that right to this day. And I was
don't
like, there was
that.
nobody
That's
there.
weird.
It was closed down.
He was helping you, though.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
helped
this
me.
poor woman might get injured if I don't just come out of
Because I didn't know what else to do. I
spirit.
drove around. I went to the other exit. I looked, and I'm like, I don't know how to get out of here.
Oh.
Yeah. And
That's
that was my last
interesting.
resort. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then I turned,
And then he's
there
like,
he
I
is.
got you, ma'am. Wow. That's
Yeah.
freaky.
Yeah.
Have you had an experience like that? You just yap at someone and then they never?
I probably haven't. Can't think of it right now.
Yeah. That's in the spirit of Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah. Just past Halloween, November 3rd today. What'd you guys do for Halloween? Hand out candy?
Trick or treated.
Oh, yeah. You have little kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
The weekend before, my family gets together, and because we all live in the same area, there's a cul-de-sac that is just all people that are related. So we just park in the cul-de-sac and we have a trunk or treat.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
it is. It's fun. So
Yeah.
I get to see my family, and I don't spend a lot of time with them. So that was on the Saturday before, and then that Thursday of Halloween was on a Thursday, and those same kids that I just went and gave candy to at trunk or treat, they came to my house again.
Oh, double dippers.
Yes, and that was it. There was just one big, I don't know, it was probably 10 of them.
That's kind of nice.
I also live in a rural area where not a lot of people come by. The only people that come by are the ones that I know.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Interesting. Sounds like a nice Halloween, though. I shot a Halloween party here last weekend with a bunch of my friends.
fun.
Yeah, we did an ugly costume party.
Yeah,
Yeah, my friend Erin dressed up as a shed. She hung tools inside of it. It was pretty cool. Liv was a slice of cheese.
Oh.
American. It said American right on the front. I was
Good
a butcher.
choice. A butcher.
Yeah, because it was what was at Salvation Army.
Okay.
An apron, a white shirt, some paint. Perfect. Butcher.
Fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. That race that I do, Ghost Train, there's a lot of people that dress up in
that would make
costumes.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Some costumes I didn't recognize. People were laughing hysterically at them, and I had to ask somebody.
You're
I'm
like, is that a meme? What are we at? Like 40 minutes?
43 minutes.
I think that's perfect for a comeback episode.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does anyone have anything to add?
Well, I'd be surprised if they're still there.
Yeah. If you watched this far, thank you.
Yeah. Comment Halloween.
Yeah, comment Halloween if you've watched this far. Frank will be the only comment.
Yeah.
All right. Any parting thoughts? Anything we should give the viewers for homework for the next
Yeah.
class?
Get out and run.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Give us some ideas on road races.
Oh, yeah,
Or not
things
just
we
road
should do.
races, trail races.
You know
too.
what I've been kind of in the mood for is to get into the Spartan races. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Like a little
I've done
obstacle
2 of
vibe?
those.
Yeah, I've done them too, and I'm not a fan.
No.
No.
I did one, but it was so cold out. I didn't really enjoy
Yeah.
it. I want to do one that I really like.
I did the Spartan Super at the in Barrie, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It
I'm
was
not a
fun,
fan.
but in the end, I'm like, I don't like being so dirty. I mean, you're
Yeah.
jumping in water
Yeah.
that's so muddy, you cannot see through it at all.
Ew.
Yeah, that-
And you got to
was gross
completely
to me, too.
submerge yourself
With
in
all
it.
those other
Yeah.
sweaty people in there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like
Yeah.
you get rashes
It was.
when
I
you
got
get
the
out of
dash
there.
rash. I
Yep.
did the warrior dash, and I was covered in a rash
Ew,
afterwards, and we
what
all
is
called it
it?
the dash rash.
Ew.
I don't know.
Fungus.
Some bacteria all
That's
over me.
disgusting.
And people say that they're surprised that I don't like Spartan races or Tough Mudders or whatever, because I like CrossFit and I like running, but I like to keep them separate. I like the CrossFit, I like the running. It just wasn't my
I did the one
wasn't
at
my thing.
Fenway. That was better because
that
it was
better?
cleaner.
Yeah,
I did that,
because
yeah,
they
no
can't do
mud.
mud and stuff, right?
Yeah, no mud there.
You're
Yeah.
running through the seats and stuff.
Oh, that's
You're
kind
more
of
likely
nice.
to trip and fall on one of the seats. And
Oh, well, that probably hurts pretty bad too. No, we should try a different physical challenge.
Yeah, so our watchers can come up with that for us.
Yeah, something unique, something fun,
Yeah.
not crazy expensive. Unless it involves travel, then I will spend the money. That's the only time. I'm cheap with everything else.
Yes, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We really appreciate it.
what is this, church?
Yeah, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you so much to our
we
lovely
pray.
viewers.
Let's pray.
Our Father.
Who are out on an ultra and
Yeah. Enduring 30 plus mile.
give us this day our daily shoes and
Yep.
calorie intake.
And blisters. And so that's it. Thanks, guys, for watching. Much appreciated.
We're going to try and shoot for once a month. And
In person.
because it, once a week was a little overwhelming.
Yeah. Unless it turns out to be easier. We'll see how the setup goes. But we may do a Zoom one every few weeks too to keep it regular. We'll see how it goes.
All right. So welcome to season 2, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching. Bye.